Hey guys, Mike here from Motomule. Today I want to try something a little different. Obviously I do regular fabrication work to pay the bills around here. I haven't gotten to the point that YouTube can pay the bills yet, but I'm trying. So anyway, I figured that every once in a while something that I do for my boring paid work is actually exciting enough that you guys might be interested. So here's a little backstory on what I'm doing today. I've got a customer that wants me to bend up a bunch of 1/2 inch diameter tube. Now I've got a nice tubing bender that's hydraulic assist and all that, but it's a pain in the butt with small diameter tubing. It works great for the bigger stuff, but the small stuff is just, it's a struggle. So I decided to make a manual bender that I can just dedicate to this one size tubing. This happens to be 1/2 inch diameter tubing. And I want it to be something that is repeatable, because this is a part that they think they want a lot of. And so I want it to be, repeatable, reliable, and just always set up. I don't want to have to worry about switching dies in and out of the bender. This thing will just be dedicated for this particular size tubing. So yeah, I think you guys will be interested. I'll go ahead and kind of show you what I got going on. So the first thing I did was took some aluminum over to the lathe and kind of turned a die. Now I didn't have the proper tool for my lathe to put this 1/4 inch radius in this thing. I had a piece of high-speed steel tooling that was, had a sharper radius than that on it. So I just kind of manually interpolated that curve in there, and then I would check it. I have a little 1/4 inch radius gauge checker. I would check it, and then when I got close, I kind of filed it to shape. So that was pretty tedious on the lathe to do that. Later, I was looking for rollers for something else and found these pulley sheaves already with the 1/2 inch radius. So if I was starting this over again, I just would have bought more of these instead of taking the time to turn this, because this would have worked just great. As I've mentioned before, I think I'd be lost without my CNC plasma table. I use it for all kinds of projects and lean on it heavily for stuff like this. You'll kind of see the parts laid out here that I've already cut. This is kind of the main part of the bender that will kind of hold it down to the bench. You'll see that this piece has a series of holes in it that are all tapped, and I plan to use a shoulder bolt that I can just thread this in there, rotate the bender around to a stop. These are all the outer ones are 10 degrees apart, and then these inner ones split it, so 5 degrees. So we got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and so on. And if I need increments in between that, I can always take a piece of tubing that's a little bigger than this, slide it around, and that would stop it before that. And then these are the inner part of the bender. So this die that I made will sandwich in between these two, and I went ahead and countersunk these in case I need to pin the die to this, because I want it to be a rotary draw bender. I want this to spin with the tubing. So this whole assembly will get sandwiched in here, and then pivots around that hole, and then this is what will rotate around and stop at these different bend locations. You'll also see there's some small parts here with little tabs sticking out, and then there's holes in the corresponding pieces. So basically, when I plasma cut this, I just pre-located all of these parts. So these are all going to fit down in these little slots. These 3 pieces here are going to be what grab the tube and pull it around with the die. These pieces are just for a handle that I can slide in to give me more leverage to pull. So that's all those pieces are. So each one of those pieces fits in a notch, and then this whole thing will just kind of sandwich together with that die in the middle. All right, let's start putting it together. So I kind of showed you how I tacked these pieces together to create the actual bending mechanism. These plates will be the base that I'll kind of clamp to my welding table because I really don't have the space to put this thing anywhere else. So I cut some tubes, faced them off in the lathe to create some spacers that I'll just drop over these things here and set the other side plate for this tool down here. That'll keep this spacing appropriate for this assembly to slide around inside of it. So this is kind of the position that I'll end up using the bender in. All right, I found a couple pieces of scrap 1/2-inch flat bar that I'm gonna go ahead and weld to the underside of this, and that'll give me something that I could eventually use C-clamps to hold it to this table, or maybe down the road I'll drill holes in it and come up with a more permanent location for this thing, if it works. Well, it's the moment of truth. Let's see if this thing works. Oh, yes. Oh, that looks good. Very nice, tight radius, no kinking. I mean, this is pretty thick-walled tube, but wow. That turned out awesome. Like I mentioned before, if I was to make another one of these, I would just pick up 3 of these cable sheaves and use one of them for the main die there that you're bending over. They were only $9 a piece, so it definitely was cheaper than wasting a bunch of time on the lathe making this one. Well, I am definitely pleased at how this thing turned out. It bends very nicely. I want to come up with some kind of little mechanism, maybe a spring or something that just kind of holds this in the up position so that you don't have to hold it with one hand when you're inserting the tube into it. You know, and then I got to test out my whole angle position thing here. But other than that, I'm excited. This thing's going to make this project much easier for me.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and please share this video with your friends. Be sure that you check out our other fun videos on the Moto Mule YouTube channel. For more frequent updates, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.